Hi, hello, and welcome back to F1 Challenge Career Mode. My name is Mephisto, and today we're heading off to Germany for round 12 of the 2004 Formula One season. Let's get started.
Located near the historic city of Heidelberg, the high-speed Hockenheim Circuit consists of two very distinct sections. The outer section that runs through the sprawling pine forests combines huge straights with fast chicanes, whilst the technical stadium section consists almost entirely of slow corners. Originally built as a test track for Mercedes cars, this is the fastest circuit on the Formula One season.
First we have qualifying, and the track conditions are deplorable to say the least, but that is a 130 point free, and I'm really hoping that the weather will clear for the race.
Hello there. Welcome to Germany. This track has a history of wet weather, and today is no exception. More like weather for Formula One speedboats than Formula One cars. It's very wet. Coulthard first. Schumacher consistently outpaced his championship rival. He starts second. Trulli third. Mark Webber fourth. Takuma Sato fifth. Massa was consistently faster than his teammate. He starts sixth. Rubens Barrichello seventh. Heidfeld eighth. Montoya ninth. Raikkonen 10th. Zorbanda 11th. Giorgio Pantano 12th. The Sauber driver endured a lackluster qualifying session and faces a tough start in the midst of the chasing pack. He starts 13th. Button 14th. Alonso 15th. Ralf Schumacher 16th. Chris Leidokine 17th. Olivier Panis, 18th. Gianmarco Bruni, 19th. Cristiano D'Amata, 20th.
Here we are on the grid starting from 13th, and the weather has actually gotten worse since the qualifying session, and apparently it's here to stay with us until the end of the race, which is a bit annoying, but we're off and I find myself struggling for grip, and now I can't see anything, so I have to hold back a bit because I don't want to end up in the back of another car. You know, it's a bit unfair that the AI is not affected as much by the rain as I am. I mean, I suppose they too have problems with traction and grip. However, to me it seems that they can see perfectly through this thick spray. And that's where I'm having the most problems with. If I can't see the track, I don't know if I have to slow down or if I can continue accelerating. It's quite unfair in my opinion. As you saw just there, I started braking because I thought I was already at the hairpin, and I did it again. Anyway, enough complaining. Let's get back to the race as we have our first incident of the day. But first we have the start. Everyone pulled away nicely, and it seems that I was about the only one struggling with grip. Ah well, the spray is quite thick as you can see. It's difficult to see anything in these conditions. As we come through turn 1, by this point I lost about 2 places, and here is a replay of the incident, and we see Jensen Button braking a bit late and crashing into the rear of Pantano's Jordan. After all that, we are down in 17th, so we lost quite a few positions. I'm not going to be able to get them back unless the track dries up a bit, which should make it easier to stay behind cars without worrying that you'll miss your braking point. But with this kind of visibility, it's going to be a nightmare just trying to keep up with everyone. As we now come around to finish lap 1 of this 2004 German Grand Prix, and I just realized that my mirrors are a different color. They used to be white, now they are this weird shade of orange. Anyway, lap 2, as we were approaching the hairpin, I'm informed of another incident. I'm actually expecting quite a few incidents this race, not because of the weather, just because the nature of the track. Anyway, let's see a replay of that incident. Here is the replay, and I can just about make out Heidfeld's car. And there's Montoya crashing into the Jordan, and as Heidfeld tries to turn around, Ralf Schumacher comes around and they also make contact. So that's both Jordans out of the race now. Eddie Jordan is not going to be very happy about this, but for us the race continues. As we come around to finish lap 2, we catch up to the stricken Jordan of Nick Heidfeld, and as we try to pass him, I find myself swapping places with the minority of Baumgartner. I really wish the rain would stop so I could start pushing a bit harder. I don't like racing in the rain, but we still have to go through this race, and Baumgartner is challenging me for position, and he's taken 14th. I try to outbrake him, but no such luck. Around the end of lap 4, I came through this left-hander and I locked up all 4 wheels for just a fraction of a second there, but that was enough in these conditions to send me flying into the barrier. We also saw a bit of a tangle there between the two minorities and a Toyota. Wow, the lack of a front wing really makes it hard to control the car in these conditions. Anyway, whilst we go in to change my front wing, let's see some replays. First off, we have Sato in the BAR who is coming into the pits. Webber is right behind him in the Jaguar. That's Michael Schumacher, I believe, leaving the pit. Sato turns in for his pit box, but Webber crashes straight into the back of the BAR, and there's a little nudge from the Renault. This is Bruni with D'Amata beside him. D'Amata clips the rear of the Minardi, spinning it around, and Baumgartner comes from behind and hits the rear of the Toyota, breaking its rear wing. Meanwhile, I've changed my front wing, took on some fuel, and changed to a fresh set of tires. So let's see if we can start passing some cars. That would be wonderful. And there's a dry line starting to emerge. Perfect, since that means that the spray won't be as thick, which in turn means that I can better see what's in front of me, as I challenge Baumgartner for position. Coming through the final corner of the lap, I go wide again as my engineer informs me of another incident. So let's have a look. And here we have Massa, Baumgartner and Montoya coming through turn 1. Massa goes wide, then Baumgartner briefly goes off, and as he rejoins the track he crashes into Montoya's Williams, and Baumgartner is out of the German Grand Prix. Wow, that was quite something. At least this is better than the British Grand Prix we had on Sunday. That was a total mess. Lap 15, coming through turn 2, Michael Schumacher has caught up to me and is about to lap me. At least he did it easier and quicker than in France, which is good. At the end of lap 16, I had to come in for fuel and tires. This wouldn't be necessary if I hadn't had that crash on lap 4, but it's too late now. Unfortunately, this puts me at a slight disadvantage, and with only a handful of laps to go, I don't think I can recover from this. The situation we're in is less than ideal, but let's see if we can at least finish the race without crashing again. Towards the end of lap 17, I was trying out the limits of the car given the current conditions, and obviously I still can't go as fast through the corners as I would like to. That's a shame. Coming around the final corner of the race, we are down in 15th, and that is thanks to a few retirements. But this was a bad race, guys. If you've been following me for a while now, you'd know that I'm not very good in wet conditions. I just don't have the confidence to drive fast in the rain, especially when the spray coming off the wheels from the car in front of you is so thick that you could actually cut it with a knife. I don't find that fun at all. You can't see, you need to brake earlier and be more gentle with the brakes. There's just so many things you have to pay attention to. I guess I can't cope with all that information. Anyway, let's wrap things up and take a look at the standings.
It's been a fascinating German Grand Prix. Let's take a look at the final results. Michael Schumacher first. Jarno Trulli second. Rubens Barrichello third. David Coulthard fourth. Fernando Alonso fifth. Raikkonen sixth. The Sauber driver 15th. With the results confirmed, it's high time we updated the Drivers' Championship. Michael Schumacher moves further ahead in the Drivers' Championship.
Michael Schumacher leads the Drivers' Championship with 84 points. We are in second with 59 points. Trulli is third with 52 points. In fourth we have Button with 47 points. Rubens Barrichello is fifth with 45 points. Alonso sixth with 38 points. Raikkonen is seventh with 28 points. In eighth we have Sato with 21 points. Montoya holds ninth with 20 points. Coulthard is 10th with 15 points. Ralf Schumacher holds 11th with 14 points. Webber 12th with 12 points. In 13th we have Massa and Penis with 5 points, and in 14th we have Klien and D'Amata with 1 point.
Ferrari move further ahead at the top of the Constructors' Championship. Renault are second, whilst third place is held by BAR.
Ferrari lead the constructors' standings with 129 points. Renault are second with 90 points. In third we have BAR with 68 points. Our team is fourth with 64 points. McLaren are fifth with 43 points. Williams sixth with 34 points. In seventh we have Jaguar with 13 points. And in eighth we have Toyota with 6 points. Let's face it, that wasn't the best of races. It probably would have been better if the weather conditions were more favorable, but there's no reason to dwell on what could and could not be. Our next race takes us to Hungary, a race I'd much rather skip regardless of weather conditions. However, that is not an option. So until then, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, stay sharp.